update ye koso ye chairman Wontumi na chairman ne nsem bebre ne de abobo no I mean obi kan say who said this is some kind of a political witch hunt na ebi muso who say no wabo oman no ka adwuma a oye nyina ne charges e de abobo ne nyina le charges e de abobo ne nyina che say yes I mean we di oman ne bone because forest enu a wabubu no ne nyema waye nyina nti yes I mean there is an update about HSA chairman Wontumi if found guilty of charges de abono na obetimi akom so many years nti ye be ma update on it how many years are chairman Wontumi ebetumi akom in case he's found guilty na the charges de abono you can see one of them wo screen no so charges against chairman Wontumi one of them count 1 that is one of them undertaking a mining operation without a license, a contact mining company limited is accused of operating a mining concession at a Summer Boy in 2022 without a valid license from a minister, contrary to Section 992A of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703, as amended by Act 995. Yes, and also he's accused of operating without a license. Abono. Now, way every Ghana where but breakdown of charges I de abo chairman Wontumi any impo if he's found guilty. How many years now obetimi akom? I mean, yes, the amount of abobo bebre in doors. Until let's go on and take you through this reportage and I said this write up from Ghana Web. No, almost say 106 years or 25 years, the maximum jail term Wontumi could get if he's found guilty. See, let's go through it. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Enchibu-Osiakon, also known as Chairman Wontumi, has been slapped with about 7 criminal charges for his alleged involvement in illegal mining, Galamsey, in two separate cases. Not just a chairman Wontumi angasa no says cases mienu ene de abono I mean cases mienu na says ya ne ho afori mu na inside 2 cases no ya bono 7 charges and 2 cases with 7 charges and that is the very first part and also 7 criminal charges his alleged involvement in illegal mining and no any idea bono. So in the first case, I mean very first case no, Wontumi is facing the charge of assignment of mineral rights without approval, contrary to Section 14(1) and Section 992B of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703, as amended by Section 3 of the Minerals and Mining Amendment Act 2019-993. Yes, now in the first case no. Ena yede abo chairman Wontumi na just say ne nsam no de edoso pa enti yes that is the very first part and 2 counts of undertaking mining operations without a license contrary to Minerals Act 2006 at 703 1 count of felling trees in a forest reserve without a license contrary to Section 1A of the Forest Protection Amendments Act 2002 Act 624 and also say be din kan bo so ma no obubu enua egu in our forest reserve without any license and also so ye baako say obubu enua egu because mining no illegal mining no be ya say dua na so amount for people were selling their cocoa because I say you say enua ni nyina egu before you get access to the ground itself and sana where to amanano ede akom 1 count of erecting buildings in a forest reserve without a license contrary to Section 1B of the Forest Protection Amendment Act 2002 Act 624 and also so try say o sisi dan impo kroma nkasa kra o si dan a yehwehwem ne obe okoje permit asana wasi dan no but chairman Wontumi say allegedly wasisi dan bebre ewo enye ewo your forest nim without a license I bebo na say obetimi impo I erected those buildings and I said those structures ewo the forest reserve. Then 1 count of abetting unauthorized erection of buildings contrary to Section 1B of the Forest Protection Amendment Act 2002 Act 624. So baako na yesa ono ankasa na wakwa sida na baako so he was aiding and I say he was abetting na ofwa so and at this point yebetinya ka say ebiana he was releasing funds to them so omunye na unsi dan way in support of his company Akonta Mining. And in the first case, For the crime of assignment of mineral rights without approval, Wontumi faces a jail term of not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years if he is convicted. Now, yes, in the first case, no, say or the mineral rights without a approval, say assembly dinner bona obeti akum with between 15 to 25 years and now obeti me akum. In the first case, no, we 2 charges. In the first charge, no, between 15 and 25 years. Second charge, no, for the crime of purposely facilitating an unlicensed mining operation. Wontumi also faces a jail term of not less than 15 to 25 years. In the cases, no, emubia say bubona obetinya kom 15 to 25 years, 15 to 25 years. Minimum of 15, maximum of 25 years. And I know your very first case. And also our second case. In the second case, no, and also any breakdown in here for the crime of undertaking mining operations without a license, Wontumi faces a jail term of 15 years and not more than 25 years. In the second case, no, because mining operations, no, it is in different areas. And see, I had the NA, I started in who case about another area also the airborne, see, and fang boom. Then for the crime of felling trees in a forest reserve without a license, he faces a prison term not more than 2 years. He will also be required to pay the commissioner responsible for lands twice in the commercial value of each tree or of the timber or forest produce, which is subject matter of the offense. You bet me so ashana manage sika enuya you calculate within that specific area now. And as acres or hectares of land, no, enuya no, obetuya twice of its market value. And enuya no, you say about 400 trees, 500 trees na buya. Obetuya twice of its value. At the ama lands commissioner responsible for lands the commercial value. No, for abetting the unauthorized felling of trees, he faces a prison term of not more than 2 years. And so he will also be required to pay the commissioner. Yes, he faces the same punishment. Yes, he faces the same punishment for erecting buildings in a forest reserve without a license and abetting unauthorized erection of buildings in a forest reserve. And yes, this is what Chairman Wontumi can face. So the total prison term Chairman Wontumi betimi akum when he's found guilty. If Wontumi is found guilty for all the crimes he has been charged with us and is given the maximum sanctions by the courts, how many years is he expected to be in prison? One might think, say, yeah. So, however, so this means that Wontumi is likely to serve a prison term of 25 years maximum if he is convicted of all the crimes he has been charged with. And that is what a year about Chairman Wontumi. 25 years no okay come within a year 2 cases now. Within 2 cases, no charges 7 a womb, a be a 15, a be a 25. Okay, Kakabuma, just a chairman, a 100 plus years, and a war. And yes, this is the update. If we chairman want to make a case, no eba say, and some night they are bono say empo, odifo ewumua, the charges and as in the prison terms. And some of them are fines that he's supposed to pay. This is the update. A woman, mamo. And yes, this is a chairman Wontumi. And the case no, and a bomb. We and every most case we did. One here na a quack fine and kwa because after Chairman Wontumi's arrest, illegal mining. No, and I said I'm saying that won't try. I feel crying and I kiss you. We have Chinese people, the very